Going to Scarborough Fair, parsley, sage, rosemary and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. For once she was a true love of mine. Mike's Music Method. Welcome everybody. We have this beautiful version of Scarborough Fair by Martin Carthy. I did not know this song. Someone requested this song. Who are you? I've searched my emails. I can't find it. Someone requested this song. I tabbed it out, doing a tutorial. Also, Nathan Salzberg told me about this artist, and what a beautiful picker. Everyone should learn this song. I'm going to say that right off the bat. Go check out his version of it. So gorgeous, and it's not hard. That's the cool part. It's not a total beginner Travis picking piece, so check out the Travis picking playlist. But I'll put this on like a 3 or a 4, maybe a 3. But it's so beautiful. These gorgeous like 11, 13 chords, and the rhythm he's giving them, this kind of 6/8 feel. Gorgeous. Learn this song. It's beautiful. So that's what I'm here to do today. If you're new to Mike's Music Method, I'm going to hold your beautiful, delicate hand, your rough, rugged, working man's hand. And I'm taking you through every measure. Tabs are going to be up on the screen. Every note, I'm going to show you what finger to use with the right and the left hand. We're going to go through the whole thing for like 20 minutes here. Then after that, very important note, you can even start in this later section, is the Campfire ready. So I always have two approaches. One is to obsess on the detail. That's how you become a better guitarist. But the other one is to like lay off and loosely trust your intuition to get the song down. So we talk about playing it and singing it together in that Campfire ready section. So we have every measure, then after that, Campfire ready. At the very end of the videos, I'm going to give you slow play along so you can play along all the way through the song with me at a slow tempo. So I'm really trying to cover every base here. If I'm missing something in this video, comment down below, let me know. All of these tabs, the tabs will be up on the screen, but all of them are free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com. Of course, it's based on the value for value model. More on that later, but it's just pitch in what you can. But that's what we're here to do. You are going to learn this song. It's freaking gorgeous. You're going to do it. I'm going to help you do it. If you can't do it, join the Mike's Music Method Discord. Get feedback. If you're still stuck, send me an email and I'll give you a private lesson, because there's no reason you can't learn this song. So let's learn it. And whoever requested this one, let me know who you are for the sponsorship. Thank you. I'm sorry I can't find your email. Let's do the song, Capo 4, standard tuning. Measure 1, we've got Capo on the 4th fret, and let's do this. So we've got this kind of weird, I don't know, A minor 11, I guess. Got an F sharp in there, got a D in there. A lot of colors on that A minor. You can finger it a few different ways, but I got 3rd fret on the B string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then 4th fret on the D. I'm actually doing it like this, but you can do it with these two, it doesn't matter. So we got open, 3, open, 4, open. What we're doing is thumb, then we get 3 in a row. So the thumb on A, then thumbs on the 4th string, then I'm doing pointer and middle. So straight down 5th, 4, 3, 2. Now I suppose with your right hand, if you wanted to, you could do thumb, pointer, middle, ring. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could. So I'm doing thumb, thumb, pointer, middle. Because in the next measure, measure 2, there we're going to have to do our ring finger on the top string. So I'm hitting the 5th again, then softly hitting the top string, and then it's the same ascending line from the 4th, 3rd, 2nd string, thumb, pointer, middle. So measure 2, 3, 4. And this riff is the bulk of the song, if you can call it a riff, you know what I mean. Really beautiful. And that repeats all the way to measure 5, and he starts singing measure 5, even though it's still the same thing. Check out measure 6. We just cheat at the end, open string cheat here. I'm just lifting my hand to get that B string open so I can transition to the next chord, to the C chord. We're just hitting the 5th fret. And that's it on the C chord. Then we move to a G chord. And there we're doing 6 with my thumb. Then my pointer finger does the 3rd string. Middle finger does the 2nd. So C into the G. Then right back to the A minor 11 or whatever you want to call it. And there it's open again. So you don't have to put that 3rd finger down if you don't want to. Or the 3rd fret down, I mean. But you can think of it as the same chord. But he lifts early again because in measure 9 we're going to the C chord. And here he does play a full C and we're doing 5th string. Then I'm doing the top one with my ring finger. Thumb's on the 4th. Pointer does the 3rd. Middle does the 2nd. Measure 10. Back with that B string open at the end. Back to the C in measure 11. This part's cool. We have the C. Then what I'm doing, I'm using my middle finger on the D string to slide to the 4. And then he does open 3, right? We see this all the time, but he's just sliding into that. So sliding 2 to 4, playing it with my thumb. Pointer finger on the 3rd string, middle on the 2nd, and it's that same chord as before. So if you wanted to use these fingers the whole time, you could. I don't know why I have a habit of playing them with these two. This might be easier, because then, to be honest, it's easier to get to the C. So I probably would recommend these two now that I'm going through it more. Measure 12, the same as the beginning part. That beautiful A minor again. Same thing again in 13. And I should be calling it like an A minor 13, speaking of 13s, right? Because that F sharp is the 6, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, plus we also have the D. Whatever, it doesn't matter what you call it, we know it's pretty. And then measure 14. A little different here. We have a normal kind of 5th, high string with my ring, thumb on 4. But then here he does the B string twice, and we do 3 and then open on the 2nd string. And the way I'm doing that with my picking hand, is I'm alternating pointer, middle, or middle pointer. Whichever way you choose to do it, just be consistent. I have to play it in context to know what I'm going to do. Some players are going to do the same finger twice in a row. That's totally fine too. I'm not going to get on your case about that. Whatever feels comfortable to you. 15 is back to the C chord, which we've seen before. Back to the A with the open string cheat. Open at the end there. We'll talk about singing it soon. You guys already own this thing. You're doing awesome. 17, we go to a G. Or sorry, it's still that C, but with a G in the bass. So let's call it that. So we're going to bring that ring finger up from the C chord to the G in the bass. And then my pinky's also going to go down on that high 3rd fret on the top string. So it's a C chord, but with a G in the bass and the pinky down on the highest string. Really pretty. Doing the 6 with my thumb, ring fingers on the highest one after that, and then that 4, 3, 2 kind of arpeggio, thumb pointer middle as usual. Then we do go to a G chord here, but this part's a little tricky because he does strum a G chord here at the beginning of 18. It's like a gentle strum where he's sounding like the lowest 2 or 3, and we immediately go to the ring finger to get the high one. But here we have to move because we do get that 2nd fret on the D string now. So I have to move that middle finger down and do it like that. So on a G chord, heavy kind of pick there, top string, move the middle finger down to the 4th string there, and I do that same arpeggio, 4, 3, 2. Happens twice, that is 18 and 19. 20 is back to the A minor with the cheat. Lift it. If you're getting lost in terms of where we are with the lyrics, don't worry, so am I. We go back to the C with the G in the bass here. Back to the G. Same thing, A minor. Chicoo. That's it. At the end of the video, there will be a slow run through. So tackle that. I always recommend get, bite-sized things down really solid before moving on. So if you're feeling okay with this verse, don't move on yet. Do the slow run-throughs, timestamp down below at the end of this video so you get really good at the verse before you move forward. Like muscle memory good where you don't have to think about it. Get it awesome. Then let's continue with the next part. So measure 26. In the song, this is actually like the start of the third verse. So in other words, once you get to 25, you would repeat all the way back to the verse, which is measure 5. So 5 through 25 would be verse 1. Do it again. Verse 2, but the end of the third verse, he changes the picking. This is at about 2 minutes and 36 seconds in the song. And check out our new pattern here in 26. And this is where it gets really pretty. Check this out. It's an A minor like we were doing before. We're not doing the beautiful one up here, but we're doing it in a different beautiful way. So we're going to do a lot of sus2 into the A minor, which is just lifting that pointer finger. So we're going to, at first we don't have the pointer finger down. We're doing thumb on 5. Pointer finger does 3. Then I pinch 4 and 2 with thumb and middle. So I got thumb, pointer, pinch, and then right back to the pointer. So I got this like inside, outside pinch, inside happening there. So thumb on 5, third string with the pointer, pinch 4 and 2 with thumb and middle, and then right back to the pointer. Then my ring finger snags the high one. Beautiful A sus2. And then after that, 27, we hammer into the A minor. So beat 1 here is pinched 5 and 2 with thumb and middle. And then we continue the same way. Pointer, pinch on 4 and 2. Back to pointer, and then the top string. So 3, 4. Oh, sorry. And after you do that hammer on, when I do the pinch here, I'm going to lift it because it's now open on the second string. So hammer, pointer, pinch with middle, but lift that pointer finger so it's open. Sounds open there. Then back to the pointer. Then the top one. 3, 4. That takes us all the way to measure 30. Really beautiful. Quick aside, if this is tricky, it's because it's tricky. So if you're not used to that kind of right hand pattern using your ring finger, it'll take time. Check out my Travis picking playlist. On the main page of my website, I just started doing this a couple weeks ago. There's this whole database of every song I've done a tutorial for, and it's rated by difficulty. So if this one's too hard and you're getting stuck, go to an easier difficult rating on the system, do some songs at that difficulty, build up that right hand. I also have an ebook that gets all your fingers going, including that ring finger. It's called Finger Licking Cowboy Picking. It's an amazing ebook. Pick up your copy if you're struggling with this. Or again, lots of free resources, which is basically my easier tutorials. You can search Mike's Music Method in YouTube. Just put Travis Picking after it. I've got a Travis Picking 101, Travis Picking 102. I've got a 3-hour-long video that's all Travis Picking, taken from my ebook. And all of that is free of charge. So I'm really here to help you get great at guitar. Of course, if you're getting value from the channel, give some in kind. But onward with the tune. All right, shut up, Mike. Now we're on measure 31. Let's get back to the song. We have a C chord here and a quick G. So on that C, I'm just doing 5th string, and then the 3rd is my pointer again. So 5th, 3rd, and then a quick change to the G where I have to pinch 6 and 2 there, and then back to the pointer. So I still have that like pointer, right, inside, outside, inside again. Then the ring finger does the top string, but I got to get that high note of the G down. So quick C. And honestly, after that quick note of the C, when I go to the pointer finger here, you can kind of start to cheat there to get to that low G. So 3, 4, C, G, C, G. Then back to the A minor. There it's really simple. It's A minor, no sus at all. Same picking idea, but you're just holding the normal A minor down. 33, same thing. But it's on a C chord. So C chord and then the same picking. 5, 3 with the pointer finger. Pinch thumb in middle. Back to pointer. High string open. That's it. Then right back to normal A minor in 34. Here we got a weird measure. Please support the channel. Gonna keep it brief. Put a lot of time into this channel. I want the tabs to be free because a lot of people just can't afford any paywalls, so everyone can access this. That being said, don't take advantage of that. That's like parking in the handicap spot, you know what I mean? Some people, young people who don't even have jobs are learning from this channel. Retired people on fixed incomes or disability who can't afford this channel are learning from this channel. So those of you who can afford it, support. That's it. It's that simple. Tons of ways to do that at mikesmusicmethod.com under that donate tab. Could be a membership on the website is easy. Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, BTC, anything and everything that's out there. Revolut for you Norwegians, I even have that. So that's it. Support what you love so it doesn't go away. Buy me time to make more of these because you know they're good tutorials. If you've made it this far in the video, it's at least worth $5, right? We're $2 a month, $10 a month. Help spread the love, $100 a month. Maybe you're a wealthy patron of the arts and just want to throw me $20K to help the channel grow, make more tutorials. Whatever it is, you know, it's the value for value model. That's it, you understand it. Let's keep learning. 35. We have like a D with an F sharp in the bass. So we just play the C, and a few ways to handle this chord. Think of it as a D, but we don't even need the high E string. So we really just have 3 and 2 on the B and the G string. Right, like a D, but you don't need your middle finger. But you also need this 2 on the low E. You can do the thumb over the top, or you can do it like this with the pointer finger there, and then doing middle and pinky or middle and ring. I've seen people do it with the ring and pointer here and their middle finger on the top. That to me feels real weird. I tend to do pinky, middle, and pointer if I'm not gonna do the thumb over the top. But we have C, then we go to that D with the F sharp in the bass, and I'm gonna pinch 6 and 2 there. Hit the 3rd string. So the rhythm there is weird. It's just then back to 36, which is the A minor but with the sus. So I lift that pointer finger. 37 hammer. Lift it. We talked about all this. Beautiful one here in 39. Psych! You got a psyched you out. Psych! You thought Martin was giving you what he gave you the whole song. Psych! Got like 3 minutes into the song. Psych! All right, calm down. All right, 39. So we're hammering into the A minor from the sus. Then we lift the chord here and we play that open. So instead of the 2nd fret, it's open. And I suppose if you're ready, coming out of that other measure, you could just hammer that 1st finger. But in my mind, I'm like still on the A minor. So I'm gonna lift it here, open. Then right after that, I'm going straight into an F chord. And it's an F major 7 actually, so I need open or nothing. Then 1, 2, 3, right? So an F with that high E on top is a beautiful F major 7. So after we do that hammer, we lift, 3rd string open there. And then I put down the F chord and I'm pinching 4 and 2, right back to the pointer. Then the high string. So it's still that same concept. Pinch, pointer, pinch, right? That inside out idea. But we have A minor, lift it to an F chord. So the right hand's the same, but because of all those interruptions, it feels quite a bit trickier. So we'll do it slow. 3, 4. 3, 4. Really beautiful. And then 40, similar to before, it's a C chord, but now instead of just that note C to the D7, right, we're gonna pinch here 5 and 2 on a C chord, hit that one open with the pointer finger, 3rd string, then to that D7 with the F sharp in the bass, and it's busier here. Gonna pinch 6 and 2, pointer finger, then the thumb is open on the 4th string. 3, 4. nearly there. I promise when we look at the chord chart, all this will be much easier when you're just following the chords and not lost in the tab. So 41, back to the A minor, the sus with the hammer on. Then to G. Here we get a different voicing of it, you know, which is kind of weird, just randomly on the peppercorn lyric. So it's that, whatever, I don't know what we call this G, right? But it has the 3 and the 3 on the top 2 strings, and then that one. We don't have to worry about the 5th string. And it's 6 with our thumb, pointer on the 3rd, right, same pattern. Pinch 4 and 2, thumb middle, back to pointer on the 3rd, ring finger does the high one. So 3, 4. We only get it once, but that's what it looks like. Then here, I don't even know what to call this. It's still the A minor sus, but I don't know if that's a mistake or if I wrote it wrong. I'm gonna double check that for y'all, but I think it's right, and it's just like a weird little anomaly again here in 43, where we're just gonna pinch 4 and 2 at the start of this measure. So you just need this one finger, because it's kind of like an A minor, but it's the sus, and we actually have the 3rd string open, so it's like an A minor 7 sus 2. So you just need that 2nd fret on the D string, that's it. Pinching 4 and 2. Pointer to the 3rd, pinching 4 and 2, pointer to the 3rd, and then the top string with my ring finger. Really pretty, then back to the normal one. Then 45 is the C/G, so C with the G in the bass. And we've seen that before, 6th string, inside out pattern, top one, again. But it's different, so I take that back. We go to a quick, in 46, we have a G for a moment, because this is open, so pinching 6 and 2 on a normal, just simple G, middle finger, then I put those 2 fingers down, back into like the C/G position, so I have 1 and 2, like it's a C chord with a G in the bass now, and then the pinky, so pinch 6 and 2 on a G, pointer finger, put those 2 fingers down. I guess you can add the pinky here as well. You can put all 3 of them down if you wanted to, but definitely these 2 need to be down for sure. Pinch, pointer finger, then you snag the high string with that 3rd fret. 3, 4. Yeah. One more measure, but the song flow note here is once you get to measure 46 in the tab, remember it's free to download at mikesmusicmethod.com, you would repeat to measure 26. So once you get to 46, you go all the way back to 26, which was what we were calling like verse 3 or whatever, right? He changes the picking. So we repeat all that part with the more exciting picking. You'd get back to 46 again. And then the final verse, you'd go to the coda, which is just, sorry. Right, and that's in measure 47 in the tab. Nothing fancy, just that beautiful A minor 13 again. And then end on the A. Chico! This is like the second part of the video here. It's great that you did all that stuff. That's how you get good. And you focus on, you know, all the details and the nuance, and you become a better guitarist. But here's the other end of the spectrum where it's like, as simply as possible, can you just perform the thing? Pretend you had to perform it tonight in front of some friends. You can set up a goal with your wife or lover or your friends that like, you're just going to play it to them, play it for them by tomorrow. And this is how we do it. I call it getting it campfire ready. And so you have that, the easy way, the complicated way, and eventually these 2 things meld together where you have like a very awesome, presentable version of the song. Of course, you're not going to present anything that we just did, because it's going to take you a while to get that down. But if we just look at a chord chart, we can get a lot of the way there. So we can do the A minor like this, or you can play it up high if you want to and still get that pretty strum, but just do all down strums, right? So I got the lyrics and the chords in front of me. I'm just down strumming. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary and thyme. Remember me to one who a true love of mine. And you're just getting used to that. If that's too high or feels weird, move the capo, okay? Don't be a purist. I blew out my voice for a decade playing in bands and sounding bad and blowing out my voice when I could have sounded way better and not blow out my voice by simply changing the key of the song. Move the darn capo, put it on 3, put it on 2, take it off completely. If you have more of a higher register, move it up to 6 or 7, move the capo. There's only a 1 in 12 chance that it's in the perfect spot for you right now. Because this has like a 6/8 feel, I'm just gonna pick one pattern like this. I'm gonna do thumb, pointer, middle, thumb, pointer, middle. I'm alternating the strings my thumb is on, but whatever skill level you're at, you can just do this. That's fine. We're gonna try that. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. For one, she was a true love of mine. And that's already quite beautiful, and you could get away just playing it like that. But of course, over time, you're going to try to get the harder rhythms going with the singing, but don't just jump there. That's my main takeaway. Don't jump there. Play it how it's manageable for you. Slowly over time, you incorporate the more accurate, difficult picking. Slow run. Let's just do the intro here. First 4 bars. 2, 3, 4. Slow run of the verse. I only did that intro because now I can fit the whole verse on my screen. 1, 2, 1, 2. We lift it here. Was too fast. Let's run it slower again. Sorry, I get excited. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, the busier verse is measure 26 onward. I'm going to have to scroll, but we'll go as far as we can here. 26. And you know what? This whole tutorial, like, I can hear this in like compound meter and just do it as triplets, but like, I probably should count it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.